what's up? We back. Another episode of Chicken and Liquor. It's been a couple weeks. I've been stressing y'all. We're going through hurricanes. Tried to record one during a hurricane and the power went out. So bear with your boy. We out here for the culture. I got two returning guests, two of my homies. One, it's her birthday. Shout out EBZ. It's your birthday. Shout out to you. She's the young age of 97.
Oh, God. Help me. Father God.
Shout out to you. Say what up, EBZ.
Hey.
Okay, that's not really her voice, but whatever.
I thought we was using a moniker today. Is that what it's called?
I mean, EBZ is technically a moniker.
Oh, big facts. What was the one we used last time?
I don't know. I don't keep up with y'all's fake names.
I got my fake name ready.
I'm going to tell you what it was later. We'll come back.
Okay. Anyway, so EBZ's here, and I don't know if he's using a moniker or something.
You know, I was going to go by my current Twitter alias. I'm going to go for Wild Bee Coyote.
Oh,
This
I
guy.
like it.
There we go.
You're not allowed, so Wile E. Coyote, you're not allowed to say problematic more than 2 times today.
Problematic. I'll say it for you.
I feel attacked.
Yes, you should. You can't say problematic more than twice, or fragile, or masculinity.
Actually, can we have a quick conversation about that?
Trigger is one of your favorite words, so you get 6 triggers.
Wow, okay, so can I have the mic for a second?
Yes.
I'm personally offended because I follow our host on Twitter, and I feel like over the course of the last week, a lot of his tweets and retweets have been targeted towards people like me.
Words?
Let's go back and see what some of them were.
On social media and adopted them into his shady retweets have included talking about people that say triggered, problematic, victim complex. Just the whole vocabulary has been attacked by him all week. And I was like, when I see this guy, I'm going to
got square up.
I'm trying to Google victim complex.
It was a retweet. I was like, I said a lot of this. But the week before, my Twitter title was Your Problematic Fave. I was like,
And that's a dope name, ain't it? Isn't that a dope ass name though?
It is a good name.
Like, that's a dope. This wasn't about you. In my experiences, white people always think I'm cranky or difficult whenever I'm too quiet during meetings. That's not about
No.
Listen, I want to read for a moment.
Okay, go ahead.
So victim complex turns into martyr complex.
What I say earlier, we was talking
know
about
some
somebody. So basically, I was a victim complex. Basically, correct me if I'm wrong. Victim complex is somebody who enjoys making things harder for themselves, or is fine with things being hard on themselves, just so they can complain about life being hard for me. Which I don't Why would someone have victim complex? Why do you think someone would be fine with that?
I'm gonna read the description from Google.
Educate us, easy.
It says, in psychology, a person who has a martyr complex, sometimes associated with the term victim complex, desires the feeling of being a martyr for their own sake, seeking out suffering or persecution. Okay. Because it either feeds a psychological need or a desire to avoid responsibility.
Ooh, I could totally see that.
I got like 5 people in my personal life that come to mind.
Man, I could totally see that with somebody at work who you said to avoid responsibility.
Yep, it either feeds a psychological need or a desire to avoid responsibility.
So how maybe I'm just not smart enough right now. Can someone provide me an example of someone trying to not have the responsibility and having the victim complex? Like, how does that work? Go ahead. Wile E. Coyote's smarter than me. So.
It's not that I'm smarter. Is that back in my corporate days, I remember working with a licensing team, and I remember being frustrated at the amount of work that would be given to me. It was almost as an act of spite because certain people felt like whenever they knew new projects were coming out, instead of being honest about what was under workload. I'm just so busy and I'm just so drained and the new work is coming and I'm already busy. And it's kind of one of those things that like, well, you're taking one for the team already. We won't put anything on you avoiding that responsibility. It's one of the greatest things corporate America has taught me to be able to notice when it happens.
Oh, so someone can complain a lot that things are so hard for them.
Things are so hard.
So someone would take it off their plate then.
One of the aspects of
I
it.
can see that. That I can see that because I feel like people at work, depending on where you work, do that and stuff. Like there's a lot of people that will complain, like I got to do this, I got to do that. People love to look busy all the time. Like, and I think that's a lot with like our generation and stuff. Like I remember being back in college. I remember one time being in college, and it was the beginning of the school year. So like that the week before school starts and stuff. There's always a lot of different types of events going on campus and stuff. And I remember there was something. The president was there, and it was some kind of community service event. And I remember a bunch of Deltas came up there. Mm-hmm. And I remember they got there. They was there for like 15 minutes. It was like 6 or 7 of them. They was there for like 15 minutes. Didn't do anything. I saw them taking a bunch of pictures and shit. They took a picture with the school president. And then they bounced. We get on Instagram. All these chicks was like, this is what Delta about, service, with sisterhood, and all that, posting pictures with the president, doing work for the university. That's why you pledge Delta, because it's all about service. I'm like, what, none of you hoes doing nothing for the 15 minutes you was here, but they wanted to look like they was busy, but none of them productive at all. Like, and I think that's actually popular with social media. Like, social media has made that popular where as long as I look like this is like I'm busy, then that's what matters and shit. And it's like a teacher giving you busy work. I'm like, we're not being productive at all. It's just busy work. I know 2 + 2. Nigga, I'm 16. Why are you giving me this shit? And that might be off of the victim complex thing, but that kind of leads to that. To that type of and so you literally did nothing, but you're making everybody think that I'm so tired. Like think about it. I know somebody, I'm not gonna say any names, but I know somebody who loves to let you know that they have all this. I have 4 papers and a presentation to do. And I'm like, bro, we don't need to know what you got to do. Just do it. Like, that shit's annoying as hell to me. That shit's annoying. Why do you have to let everybody know how busy you are? Like, don't feel attacked, Wiley Cowdy. You don't have to be triggered. Right
that was
now.
One of the many words.
But he didn't say triggered, so he still has 7 more times he can say triggered. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of people who have to constantly let you know that they have 10 million things to do. That they have 10 million things to do. So, but I just don't like people who have to constantly let you know they have. I feel like, is that like an insecurity or something that makes people have to constantly tell you that? This sounds like a great question for Wiley Coyote because he's great with this. Is that like an insecurity that maybe makes someone think I have to constantly let people know that I have a lot going on or something? Like, why are people like that? I don't get it.
You know what? I'm gonna use trigger. I feel triggered because I definitely I relate to it just because I might have been that person in undergrad. Like implying that I am busy kind of gave a voice for me to justify why I was honestly so ineffective with managing my time. So I felt like if I was telling everyone around me I was busy, they would pressure me into.
It's like you're justifying.
I'm justifying my total inability to manage my own time. I'm putting it in the responsibility of other people. It served as a mechanism for people to know, all right, this nigga is not available. He's not doing what he needs to do, but he's not free as a result of that.
Do you think also it makes you look more important?
I don't think it makes you look.
People think you're busy. No, I mean no. Not saying that it makes you look important, but do you think people think that if I look busy, people are gonna think that I'm important or something? It's like when someone like some hood nigga will post a picture on Instagram because they see a rapper in a club. Like, can we take a picture? And then when they posted, the caption was like building with my nigga young blah 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 or something. And so it's like they out there trying to build something or whatever. When all you're doing is taking a picture, it's like giving that false image or whatever, and it's making you look more important when in actuality we look at it as just a picture. That's a cool picture. Like, in actuality, like when you're in college, and I could see that because especially in college, people love to look busy but not being productive. And I do think people may think that others think that they're important because they're busy. Like, oh, if I look important, they're gonna think that I'm really doing shit, and that justifies me being in college. That justifies me being tired, that or whatnot. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I got a two-foot answer. The first one is, I honestly think that it's easier to say, oh, I'm just so busy and I can't do these things and I can't make these commitments, simply because it makes it's like they're trying to convince us that they're actually doing all the things they need to do, and sometimes that's honestly just not the case. People are inactive, are lazy, they're stuck. It's
also an excuse if you don't want to go somewhere. It's a great excuse. You say that,
but then
it's a wonderful excuse.
It's a wonderful excuse because you're just so booked and busy.
Oh, I'm busy. I think that's kind of like.
What I was gonna get to. Some people use it as a way out of obligations that they don't necessarily own. They don't feel like they have the autonomy to just say, "Hey, thank you for the invite. I'm actually just not up for it."
Yep.
But instead, they've already told you that they're just so busy. They got this list of things to do that just keeping them so booked.
To me, it's low key rude. I hate when people just say, "Oh, I've been busy." Like, to me, that like. Everybody's busy, but like the saying, you make time for what you like care for, what's important in your view or whatever. So like if you care for me, like say I've been trying to hang out with you for weeks or whatever, you're not, and you actually care about me, you're not just gonna say, I'm sorry, Will, I've been busy. No, you're gonna say that, you're gonna like tell me maybe what you got going on, or you'll be like, work has just been kicking my ass, bro. I'm tired, I'm sorry, or whatnot. Which actually leads me to this topic. Because the older I get, the more I'm like, I don't have to make an excuse. I'm fine with
I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with, like, I turned 30 this year, and people act like getting older is just so bad. I love getting older. Like, the older I get, the more I feel like I'm me. This is who I am. Mm-hmm. Like, I realized, like, 5 years ago, I didn't really know who I was. Now, I love who the fuck I am, and I'm so comfortable with it, and I don't mind who cares about, I don't mind who likes me and who doesn't like me. Like, I look at it, if you don't like me, that's your loss. Like, you're missing out on a really dope-ass dude, to be honest. And so, like, now, if someone hits me up like, yo, you trying to go out to this bar tonight? I'm fine with, like, nah, man, I'm good. Y'all go have fun, though, man. Hit me up tomorrow, we can have a drink. I'm fine with that. I don't mind telling people, I don't like clubs. Clubs are fucking overrated.
I hate it.
Clubs are overrated. Drinks are overpriced. People aren't really having as much fun as they think they are.
Can you break this down like Left Eye did on their Behind the Music when they talk about the cost of everything?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to
The video costs this much. I mean, it's true because
you're a man, so getting into the club is an expense.
But like, think about it, going to the club, like especially if you in like a city like Atlanta or something, and it's a popular club, you probably got to stand in line to get in. I already hate lines, nigga. I go to the grocery store. Bro, when I go to the grocery store, and look, I will be walking to the grocery store, do all my shopping, have a grocery full of carts, and then I get up to the front and see every line is long. I will walk over to someone who works there and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not getting these groceries. Or yeah, like before I would lie and be like, hey, I just found these groceries, I might want to put them up. Now since I'm older, I'll tell them, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not buying these groceries now, and there's some cold things in there you may want to go ahead and put up. It hasn't been long. Because I don't like standing in lines. So that's already a bad thing about the club. I don't do lines or whatever. You already had dragged me out the house because I love kicking it at the house. I like being, for me, when it comes to clothes, comfort over fashion. If I'm not comfortable in the clothes, I'm not wearing that shit. Fuck that. I do not care. I want to be comfortable. So you got the long lines. I'm already got to leave the house and can't wear some basketball shorts and a tank top. So I can't do that already. Then we get there. It's probably going to be crowded. I don't want to deal with these fucking crowds, and I got to bump shoulders with people and shit. I don't want to deal with that crowd. Then the drinks are probably overpriced. For what? If I get me tequila and lemonade, the cost of that drink is the same cost it costs for the bottle that I could buy at the liquor store. So I will get a $12 drink, and I can get a $12 bottle at the liquor store.
You forgot the whole bag of ice they're going to put in the cup?
Oh, and then all the ice. And then, because that's why when I get a drink, and that's why when I get a drink at the club, can I get tequila straight? And people always look at me, wait a minute, you want tequila? Oh, you want a shot? No. I want a tequila straight, a drink. You sure? Nigga, don't ask me any more questions. Give me my
They're trying to give you that ice.
Okay. Yep. And then they don't put no ice in there. So then I don't want to deal with that crap at all. I don't got to deal with that. And then it may be a night where the music sucks. You don't know. Yeah. The music may suck, it may not. So now I'm not sure. I know when I'm at the crib, my music's gonna be dope. I have fire ass playlists. People don't complain about my playlist. People be thinking that they taste the music is better than mine. You ain't met a person. You don't know two people whose music playlists are gonna be better than mine. I'm sorry.
I know me. My playlist.
You said you named one person. I said you don't know two people whose playlist is gonna be better than mine.
Let me back up. Sorry, not trying to have a martyr complex.
She's stupid.
Excuse me.
So the clubs suck. That's what I've named 4 to 5 things already why clubs suck. Right there. Oh, and then don't forget that it might cost $20 to get in this bitch, and then you might have a shitty time.
As a man, it's gonna be at least 30 on a good night.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
that's wild.
And so I'm not. So you already. So I got to stand in line for 20+ minutes just to pay $30 to get in, to pay for an overpriced drink, to be in a crowded ass place where I can barely move. And nowadays in 2018, people act like they don't want to dance. Like I'm trying to go and shake my ass, yo. I want to leave the party. I want to leave this club where my shirt is dripping because I've been dancing all night. Like I'm not trying to stand. Like if I want to stand around and talk and stuff, I'm going to a lounge.
Yeah.
I'll go to a lounge, and I love lounges and stuff. I love a lounge with some live music. We can converse, we can dance, you can eat, you can drink. I like that. But a club, that shit is overrated. Clubs are better through your friend's Snapchats. Think about it.
That is it.
Bruh, when you're at home on a Saturday night, bruh, you at home on a Saturday night, laying on the couch in your drawers, binge watching something on Hulu or Netflix, and you have a slight thought, maybe I should have went out because you on Snapchat and your friends is posting a video because they wilding. They was wilding for that 13 seconds on that Snapchat video. Then when it stops, they go back to standing around and chilling.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Are you ever fascinated? Like, I don't go out, so I have to ask y'all. Have y'all ever just been out and just watched people pull out their phone?
Yes.
Be bored right before they pull out the phone, turn up for that 13 seconds?
Yes.
I'm just so fascinated by the whole concept.
Oh, because I love people watching. So I see that all the time where it's like 4 girls that's kicking it or whatever, and one girl pulls it out and they all behind her. Yeah, turn up, beom. You know the hood chicks say beom.
And then they go right back
and then they put the phone up. You see her thinking of a caption, thinking of a Drake lyric to put it as a caption or something. And then they all go back to chilling. I'm like, damn, they had 13 seconds of fun. 13 seconds of fun. And then they're going to sit there and be like, where else should we go now? And then they gonna spend money in the next place. Like,
go take a photo,
bruh. I can have way more fun, way more better conversation, better music, better games, better drinks at the crib, at a pool party, at a barbecue.
And what I always say is that people who are Snapchatting or Instagram with you, they're not actually enjoying whatever time they're having where they are.
Right.
Because you're too busy caught up in the social media of it and I think that really honestly, like in most things, that if you're so busy, if I constantly see you on social media all the time, like every day,
constantly,
every day, except for people who are like trying to get on.
When that's their brand, your business, your brand, your business, yes.
But just regular folks that are just like trying to get on or whatever.
Regular smeggler.
But those people, it's just like, bruh, how are you living your life and being able to catch up with social media? Because I can't do it.
Right.
You know what?
I feel like I'm living my best life.
I think about this. We kicked it a lot this summer, and I don't think any of those moments made it to social media.
Bro, I think I got one Snapchat. Honestly, I think I have one Snapchat.
We got a photo.
Rarely.
That's what I'm saying.
We rarely took photos. When you're truly in the moment.
Our phones are on the table.
They're all right there, yeah.
Chilling.
But I just didn't care.
In case these little bad kids try to steal one.
Right.
So, we was looking at them, but we wasn't.
Exactly.
But it's like the older you get, the less you care about if people know you have fun. Like I had somebody, like someone FaceTimed me last week and was like, she was with her boyfriend, and she was like, let's FaceTime Will because I know he ain't doing nothing because he don't. And I was like, why would you assume that? I mean, I don't give a damn. But I was like, why? She said, well, you don't ever post that you go anywhere. I said, bruh. I've been on vacation for 2 weeks, actually 3 weeks because of this hurricane. Yeah. I was like, I've been in Gainesville, Louisville, Atlanta twice. back to Gainesville, Tallahassee twice, and it was like, you did all that? I was like, yeah. I said, I don't have. It's not.
You don't go to.
I don't have the energy.
Right.
I don't even have the energy to post that and shit because I'm in the moment. I'm seeing friends that I haven't seen in a long time. I'm having a good time. I'm meeting new friends, making new relationships, and like really enthralled, my nigga.
Yeah, come on.
I can't say enthralled if I can't say problematic. Right?
How many times have you heard me say enthralled?
And we gonna stop
Which,
it now.
no lie.
Come on, Sat word.
Enthralled was one of my favorite words to use on writing papers back in college. So yeah, they gonna think I'm smart. I'm enthralled, y'all. But like, I'm enthralled in the conversation. Like, I'm enjoying myself. So I would just forget. It's not even like, oh, I want to do that, but I'm not gonna do it to prove a point. Yeah. I would just forget to post something because I'm really enjoying myself right now. So I just don't have the energy to do it anymore.
Facts.
Man, that just made me think of something.
What? Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you because I know you're also in a relationship. So one of
he basically said, "I know."
I want your insight.
William's
too.
the single motherfucker here.
No, I would like your insight.
We
as well.
all know that you're not lonely.
You're quite busy. You're booked through. What is he booked through?
Booked and busy.
His calendar is at least booked through
You hear
Thanksgiving.
me?
So.
Okay, I ain't been over here since what? The last one?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that was.
No, but
I wear condoms though, y'all.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate you. Right, slow clap for the good people.
But we were talking about people who feel the need to post everything. And so
Oh
in
my
terms
God,
of
I hate
when
that.
you think of people's relationships, I was catching up with one of my best friends a couple of weeks ago, and she was just like, "Did y'all break up?" I was like,
oh.
Just because y'all hadn't posted a lot of pictures.
And like, if you know me personally, like if you follow me on Instagram, you're gonna see a post in like March, May, and like maybe November. And
What's your name on Instagram?
I got you after. You gonna cut this off?
Okay.
I got.
Okay, after.
I got you.
Many of them.
Yeah, but you know, again, because like as far as a couple, we're just not even. I've just never been the type to be like, hey, this is my significant other.
Yeah.
Every post.
Yeah.
I don't even post on Instagram like that. So
that'll be annoying as hell.
I promise I'm not that person. And so, I
gotta prove I'm in love, y'all.
I just didn't know, like, there's this that performance aspect of like being on social media and being in a relationship. Do you ever feel the pressure to like make sure every other post you're reminding people that you have a man?
Well, I don't feel the pressure to do it every other post, but the pressure is there. I mean, because you see it out in the world, and you want to make sure that your significant other feels that you appreciate them in that way, that you want them, that you want them to be seen by other people, right? So it's one of those things that, yes, the pressure is there. Do I do it all the time? No, because I don't feel the need to. And I also think it's because of the length of our relationship, right? Like, me and my boyfriend have been together for 3 years in December. So it's one of those things that's like, we don't have to do all that. Like, I don't feel the need to have to do all of that because the people closest to me already know that we are in a relationship and we're in a loving, healthy relationship and we care about each other and we're going to be together, and that's just that. So it's not, I don't feel it necessary, but I also, sometimes you're scrolling through Instagram or whatever like that, and you do feel the urge to be like, oh, well, I want to post this Man Crush Monday or, whatever, Woman Crush Wednesday. And you're like, dang, I ain't gonna post this Wednesday. But honestly, it's just like, if you're already giving me your attention all the time, I don't feel the need to like have to constantly put collages together or video pictures together to show that we care about each other, because you already know that we do. We know that, and we don't have to be so like public, because I also think that welcomes criticism and it welcomes other problems.
What do you mean? Like,
I agree.
What do you mean? What do you mean like that welcomes criticism? Like, what kind of criticism and stuff?
Like, you know how we do. We be on, Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. We like, oh, look at so-and-so and they whatever. And it's just like, we criticize other people's relationship. Oh, that relationship not healthy. Oh, this relationship.
Okay,
it's
I see what you mean.
Level or da. And we be sending screenshots back and forth to our friends and stuff like that. Okay. Like, we do that stuff. I think 90% of people on social media do that. Yeah, we do that. And it's not that it's like acceptable or it's okay, but we criticize other people's relationships, and sometimes we criticize them because you're not happy in your own skin.
And sometimes we don't look at it as criticism either. It's like we just having fun with our friends, and we don't really mean to be malicious though.
Right.
Yeah.
We're kicking with our friends.
But it opens it up when you're that public all the time. Exactly. But then there's on the other end, you want to show off your significant other though.
I mean, and okay, because I feel like I have to respond to that because that's the question.
This guy.
No, it's not a bad thing. I agree. Like I posted Bay a couple of days ago. I got to see him. I was happy. Bay. You know, I have no problem with that. I think it's the thing I'm just uncomfortable with is the idea that it's like it's an expectation that I have to perform this.
It's like a ritual.
It's like a ritual. Like everything has to like be about my significant other. Not even trying to be funny, but like a lot of my social media largely exists as a space for my thoughts, the things I'm interested in, the things I want to share. So I share photos with him when I feel compelled to, and I don't want to feel pressure. Like I went to see some of my best friends get married, and one of my friends was like, "I didn't see any photos." He was there. I don't understand. I don't understand why it just. He was there in person, so I don't know why I needed to like take proof to prove that we're still together. I feel like there's this expectation that like you're always having to perform perfection and perform this idea like your relationship is A1 and everything is good. And like,
well, it's become relationship goals all the time.
It is not. I have never cared.
Which is for me, I feel like it's kind of fun. Like some of those relationship goals pictures are fun. Like they're things that I do.
Yeah, it's fun. Yes, but some people take it way too serious. I need to be like that. Like,
and it's unfortunate because we're putting a mirror up against ourselves and our relationships, and it's like when it's healthy and when it's right, you know that. Like you don't have to prove it to other people. You already know that. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, I mean, we're just kind of in that age where it's like everybody is comparing themselves to each other and to each other's relationships, and it's like nobody posts about their bad days, and when they do post about their bad days, they're looked at like, oh, why are you posting all this sad stuff? Like, why are you doing all of that? You just looking for attention, right? So it's just like we don't have to criticize ourselves so hard. And I don't need to keep posting about my man. That's my man. Like, I don't need everybody to be, they're so cute, they so this, they so that, they so that. No, that's my man. It's our relationship, and we're together. And if you're invited to the wedding, feel free to take all the pictures you like.
Do what you gotta do.
You know?
And you know what? I would like to think that I'm trying to protect my relationship the same way Beyonce protected the world. I mean, Blue Ivy from the world. Because listen.
I mean, Beyonce and Jay-Z, I think as famous as they are, it's really dope how private they've been able to make so many things. Like when they got married, people didn't even know they got married until after
we got married 4 years ago. We've been chilling.
Yeah, and I think that's really dope. And I also think that's what made them even bigger because of how private they were. Because people were so wondering what's going on with them. It made them bigger. So it's almost like if you want to be big, if you're already famous but you want to be bigger, just try to be really, really private, and then you're gonna get even bigger or whatnot. Yeah. But like that makes sense though, because when people always say I don't put my my relationship on social media because that can mess it up. I always wonder like what exactly do they mean?
You open yourself up for criticism.
So that makes sense, and yes, you open yourself up for criticism. You open up yourself for people. Go ahead, brother.
The other thing is people just see how Ebony. They see how happy that man makes you. Yeah. Another woman wants that. She wants.
I was about to say.
She's like,
my
I want
gosh.
Ebony to look happy as fuck. I need to know what that.
It's something about.
Easy.
It's something about a man. Go ahead.
Murder them.
Well, it's. I saved it. I stopped talking so she can let people know she will murder them. Mm-hmm. Women love a man in a committed, happy ass relationship. It's something about a woman sitting back like, damn, he looks happy. He don't need me to make him happy. He's making her happy as shit.
What can make me happy?
What can I do to fuck their relationship up?
Or what can I do to get him? Like, obviously, he's a good man because one, again, as a black woman, right? Black men are a commodity in this world, and good black men are a commodity in this world, and it's hard to
out
find
here
them.
Though
They're few. They are. They're few
out here.
And far between.
I'm a charming motherfucker.
Thank you. When you find one who really truly makes you happy and just understands you in a way that you feel like you've known that person your whole life, and it's like
when you totally yourself and let all your guards down, that's for real.
Dang, I wish I would have met you sooner so that I could have you in my life longer.
God, hold on, wait a minute. That is fucking love, and I can't relate to that. That's fucking love. You be like, damn. You are so dope. I'm so in love with you. I wish I met you sooner.
Yeah.
That's got to be an R&B line somewhere from the 90s, bro.
Pretty Ricky.
Bro, like, nah. Pretty Ricky, they talking about, I wish I could have ate you out before. Yeah, right. No, that's more of a mint condition. That's more some Jodeci. Joe. Oh my God, that's dope. Damn, I wish I met you sooner so I have more time with you. God,
yeah, so I can love you longer.
I'm saving that. I'm gonna use that as a line.
I'm putting it on Twitter.
Bro, I'm using that.
Welcome. Just make sure that you use APA format.
Trademark.
I appreciate it.
I can't wait to be kicking it with a girl. I'm like, damn, you know what? It just came to my mind out of nowhere, but I wish I met you sooner because I just want more time with you. Yeah. And you want to look like you're like you're nervous to say it though. You're like I don't want you to think differently of me, but like I don't want you to think I'm corny. Oh shit, that's fire.
That's
but that's the truth.
It's like instant disappointment. He's just gonna have her.
When it's real, it's just like one, you already felt like you've known that person your whole life, but two, you just wish that you would have more time with them because eventually it has to end. And that's the worst part. That's the worst part.
And when a single woman senses that a man is in a relationship like that, and that's what's crazy is because you said it was like he's a good man, but if you can take him from that woman, he's not that good of a man though.
Not.
But women will be, I think
he'll do it to you.
And it's crazy. I think because a woman. Do you need a refill in your drink?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. I think that because women are under that pressure so much from just the norms of society that you get to a certain age, you got to be in a relationship, you got to have a man or whatever, that some women will be so desperate because of those pressures that they're willing to, I need to take this man because he's happy as shit and he's making her happy. Like, women love a happy ass man. Women love a man that is able to be happy without her.
Yeah.
Like, that looks attractive as hell. Like, period. For
men
people.
Hate that shit in reverse.
Now, actually, I love it when a woman. When I see a woman that just, and I don't truly know her life, but if I see a woman that is on Instagram or something, and somebody that I've known or whatever, but I just haven't been in her life for the past couple of years. Yeah. But when I see her, she just looks so happy and at peace with herself on social media. That's attractive to me. Someone that's hella happy and she's peaceful, and like having peace and happiness, there's a sense of freedom in that. Like, and when you find that peace and happiness on your own, you didn't find that through drinking or through going out or through Instagram or through social media or through a job. Like, you just found that on your own because you go to the park and read in the evenings and like you truly enjoy that. You go swimming, you work out, you play basketball, you enjoy writing. Like, you find that peace and happiness. You design clothes, you find your niche. Like, that's attractive as hell. That might be one of my favorite most attractive traits in a woman. Then some dope ass eyebrows, some natural hair, a woman that can laugh at herself. Like, that shit's fire though. But like, peace and happiness, that's just a attractive ass trait though.
That is why I keep my relationship largely off of social media.
Yeah,
because people to assume we didn't broke up.
It keeps it happy.
They not, them niggas not getting along.
That is true though. Yep.
We is beefing in private.
Because you see all of those people that are like, they bring their beef with their significant other to social media, and it's just like, yo, how
that's the most ghetto shit.
That's so bad. That's not healthy.
And then think about,
people think it is.
Because I remember in college where some dude, the boyfriend, we'll call him John or something. John, and we know John dates Jane. There you go. John and Jane. John posts something and we're like, and someone would screenshot it, send it to your friends and be like, what's up with John? He good? Like, I don't know. You know him and Jane be tripping. Then Jane tweets something and then it's like, oh shit, they arguing. And then they just subtweeting each other for hours. And then we all screenshot it. Everybody, like, especially if you at a college like I went to, it was big. but the black community was small. We all knew each other, so you knew everybody's business for the most part or whatever. It just gets around. So now we screenshot all going back and forth, and someone else, bro, you see John and Jane wilding, bro, and then you got this dude sitting over here lurking, be like, oh shit, they not good. Let me hit up Jane to see how it going.
She needs to be comforted.
Or you got Emily that's like, hey John, you okay? You wanna get a bite to eat? And that's where it starts. And that's where it starts. You get everybody in your business. Now everybody's in your relationship, and you always have those lurkers that's ready to take your man or take your woman because she's been eyeing him for the last year and a half anyways. He's been trying to fuck her for the last 6 months. And when a woman's emotional and she's like pissed off, and now she's probably been drinking, shit happens. Women and men and whatnot. So that's what you don't allow them into your relationship, and that's why you keep enough private. You can brag on them and show them off, but you keep enough private.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just social media.
Social media is a man of its own, boy.
But it can't be your entire relationship. Like, you can't have. I just did it earlier today. Like, me and one of my friends was talking. He was like, "Oh, did so and so break up with their boyfriend?"
Yep.
And we was like, "I don't know. Let's go check Instagram."
See?
And sure enough, all of their pictures of their boyfriend is off Instagram. Them and their boyfriend, all of them was off of Instagram. Why? Because, I mean, they probably broke up. But what if that person is trying to just change their social media image? What if that person, like...
You don't have to have these issues when 98% of your feed isn't your relationship.
Yeah.
Why do women go and delete? I never understood, like, people who, because they break up with somebody, you got to go and delete every picture you had with them. Because, obviously, it's on there for a reason. Because at that time of your life, you was happy, you enjoyed it, you had a great time in that relationship. So if it's just even if it's a bad breakup, and not like a bad breakup in the sense like he beat her and that type of shit, just a bad breakup because y'all just wasn't feeling each other, somebody cheated on, whatever. But I don't understand why go and delete all of that. Like, it served its purpose for that time. Like, move on.
Quiet.
Why do you delete? Why delete it? Because I never have deleted anything off of social media. Like, I'm just like, it's there. Like, it served its purpose at that time. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to answer this?
Yes.
I've deleted people just because, honestly, this sounds so petty and passive aggressive, but at the time I couldn't reconcile. I'm the type of person, like, if you were either, this is gonna sound really selfish, you were either in my life in some capacity or you are not. And
that's not selfish.
And not even to sound selfish, but like the way things kind of devolved, I didn't personally feel compelled. I didn't want to represent the fact that, like, we were still on good terms because we were not. And so I just personally felt the need to do like a clean sweep, because I also didn't.
But you're also extra though, so
I will own that. No, but a lot of really bad things happened, and I couldn't. It was like I couldn't reconcile the fact that, like, we had once been in such a positive, great space, and so I just felt like if I delete this, I won't feel as bad, or I won't feel as hurt.
Is it like someone breaking up in a relationship and you delete the number out your phone? Is that kind of like the same thing? Like, I just need to delete the number out the phone. I don't want to take a chance where I'm reminiscing and then I text.
Yeah, I'm that person. Like, the number, everything goes.
So you don't want to go through the Instagram one day, because every blue moon I'll go back in my Instagram and just look at old pictures. So is that something where you're like, I don't want to go be looking at my old stuff on Instagram and then come across that, and I don't want to start reminiscing and take me back to that place.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Is it? I'm gonna keep using all these damn comparisons and metaphors and shit. So is it like, at one point I was in a really dark space in my life, and I used to listen to a bunch of sad ass music that kept me in the dark place too. But at the time, I didn't realize it was keeping me in that dark place. But now there's certain songs that I won't listen to because it reminds me of that dark headspace.
It's a trigger.
Yo, you need to.
What part is this so I can remember?
You need the DJ cues.
What you need the rap horn? That's what you need the rap horn. That.
Oh, I got that saved on my computer.
You need them cues. Okay.
I was like, wait, he's describing it.
I agree. It is a
Damn, that's a trigger, and I'm always making fun of these snowflake liberals who's
those tree huggers with their idealistic
And their
views.
Tumblr
just
language.
pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get it together, you liberal.
There's no system in place that holds you down. It's how hard you work.
Damn, my mind is blown. That's a trigger, and I make fun of people all the time for saying I'm triggered and stuff.
Triggers.
Damn, my
We all
life.
do.
But I gotta respond to what you said.
Yes, go ahead, brother.
So my thing is this. For me, sometimes deleting is just like I can't see. I don't need to see this. But then sometimes it goes twofold. I had a very amongst my friend group, I had like a really nasty falling out with someone that I've been friends with maybe 6 or 7 years last year. And it was like really hard personally because I know like the way my life is set up, there is no permanent dissolution of this relationship.
Yeah,
he be using these words, boy.
No, like it's
sad.
no, like seriously. We aren't friends. Everyone in my immediate personal friend group, they still communicate. So it's not as if I don't know like what's happening. We just have we just can't coexist.
Right.
And for me personally, it's just been really challenging because when we fell out, I deleted everything, and it was just very challenging for me. But sometimes I don't want to be reminded that things were amazing at one point because it's not getting back to that point. So it's not always about everything is just so bad. Fuck them. Sometimes it's like because I know we won't ever get back to a good space. I don't need the reminder.
That makes sense because like you don't want to get stuck reminiscing and then you're like, man, I wish I could go back to that time when you know damn well it's never going back to that time. So quit thinking about it and quit trying to make that happen again. It's not gonna happen again, bruh. Like you quit trying to cook all this chicken in the same grease. The grease is done for, bruh. Just throw the grease out.
I really wish we
throw the grease out.
Pass that message to the whole black community.
You can use the grease twice,
but not 5 times.
But the black community like to drink Robitussin and go to bed.
No, Tussin.
Tussin. Apostrophe Tussin. They like to go to church and pray about it.
And she's saying they, like she's not black. They.
Okay, I'm light skinned.
You are stupid.
She's about to be very Raven Simone about it.
Them people.
Our cousins.
Omarosa.
Them over there. They.
You know them. What's his face?
Okay. And then the biggest thing is we love to sweep some things under the rug. Like we just sweep it on up. Never mind. Let's
get in an argument. Some horrible shit was said, and then y'all just don't say nothing else about it ever again.
Oh, they didn't mean it.
It's not healthy at all. Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Lots of people need therapy. Therapy. There's a lot of
I've learned. I love
black people.
Therapy. And God has changed my life. I always had a relationship with God, but when I mixed in therapy with it and had my own relationship with God and not worrying about like having my mother's relationship with God or my sister's or my father's or anything, literally my own relationship and stuff, and not worrying about how my mother wants me to have it, that totally fixed everything or whatnot. And therapy is dope. If you can afford therapy, if you can go to it for free, whatever, go to it. Like go into therapy, and not just go when there's things wrong. Yeah. Just go. Like going to therapy is like your room gets messy and you can't find stuff or whatever. It's just keeping your room organized. It's keeping your mind organized, because when you are working, you have a career and you're working with people that you don't necessarily like. You're dealing with politics. You have stress. You have bills outside of work. You got to pay your student loans. You got shit going on with your family. You got your health going on. You still want to have a social life. Like just all these random things or whatnot. It gets cluttered. It's like having your clothes is on the back of your chair. You got a shoe over here, a sock over there, and your room just gets messy. Your mind gets messy. And you don't want to wait until, like we said, like you get there on a Saturday morning, like, damn, how my room get messy? Yeah. You don't want to wait until the moment, like, damn, my mind is messy, because that's when you flip out and say things you wish you hadn't said before. That's when you're just in traffic and someone cuts you off and you flip out, and then you're like, why the fuck am I flipping out like this? This isn't that serious or whatever. And that's what happens, because your mind gets so fucking crowded because you got 20 things going on, and you don't keep your mind organized. You're not putting up your clothes in the drawer. You're not putting your shoes under your bed. You're not making up your bed or whatnot. You just stressed.
Yeah.
And that's what a dirty room can do. That you can't find anything. You got your happiness is under this pile of clothes. Your peace is under the mattress. Yeah. Your relaxation is under your dresser, and you can't find any of it.
Listen, you out here preaching. Come on.
You can't find any of it, and that's how your mind gets. So you don't want to wait until, damn, where the fuck did I put my peace? Yeah. Where the fuck did I put my happiness? Like, I can't find this shit anywhere. And now you like, damn, I have put on 60 pounds. I am stressed out. I cussed out my mother some reason for whatever reason. I haven't done it, but people have done it.
She killed me.
But people have done it. But like, yeah, you just are crowded and you can't see anything in your room. Your mind is fucking cluttered. You're flipping out on things you never realized. And therapy and having my own relationship with God has totally changed that for me. And I will brag about therapy for everybody. And if you can't afford it, don't go to that shit.
Listen.
Look, if alternative,
there's too many free sites out there.
Right.
Talkspace.
Basically, being vulnerable. Because, like, especially as a black man, it's hard being vulnerable or whatever, because you're so worried about, especially me growing up, in our type of generation, people are quick to say gay, soft, sensitive. And when you hear sensitive, you take that as an insult. Yeah. And sensitive is not an insult or whatnot. Like, to me, being sensitive, you know how you fucking feel about certain things, and just certain things. And certain things you feel it. You feel certain things in a deeper sense. On certain things, you just feel on a deeper sense or whatever. Like me, like I can have some racist person call me a nigger, and I'm like, whatever, you stupid, you racist, I ain't paying no attention to you. But let somebody be like, you not creative. I'm like, hold on, motherfucker. Hold on, I'm creative as shit. And I would get sensitive about that. Yeah. At a young age, I didn't realize why I would be sensitive or that I was being sensitive. I just heard the word sensitive, and I pictured someone calling me gay, which is a whole nother thing or whatnot. Like, because you take that as an insult or whatnot.
Yep, because you can't be gay and masculine at the same time.
That's how they looked at it.
Which is not the truth.
Because I know some gay niggas that'll whoop your ass.
But even then, like, we break that down further, and is masculinity all about being able to whoop somebody's ass,
or just having sex?
Exactly.
Yes.
So there's so many pieces. It's just like, I don't want to say just like, because I don't want to equal it out, but it's similar in ways to blackness. And when we talk about blackness, and blackness is not just one singular thing.
Like, he can't play spades. He can't play spades. He ain't black.
Right. Yeah. But blackness really needs another ES on the end of it, and blackness is, because it's more than
blackness
just... Right, exactly. There's so many. There's so many
ways to be black.
Express that.
Yes.
And to still hold your culture down and to express it without... without having all of the quintessential things that we think make up black people.
Now, we do have a couple things that, like...
Listen.
Look, if
Texas Pete is one of them, and I still don't like hot sauce.
First of all, Texas Pete. Growing up in Louisville, I don't know anybody that was fucking with Texas Pete hot sauce.
Really? What y'all like?
Frank's Red Hot or Louisiana. Louisiana.
True.
Either Louisiana. Like,
I have a bottle
if I'm
eating Red Hots, not to my own doing.
So if y'all have been listening to the podcast, this is the same person that her unpopular opinion was hot sauce is trash, and everybody flipped out.
I wasn't here for that episode. He wasn't. That's not true.
I don't really like.
I don't know a lot of people that. I had never fucked with people that was fucking with Texas Pete. I never went to somebody's house and they put out Texas Pete.
It's like an East Coast thing. My mama loves Texas Pete. She keeps a bottle of Texas Pete.
I thought it was like a down south thing or something, Texas Pete.
Okay, so...
Where the fuck is Texas Pete popular?
I don't know. But
Let's Google it. Let's see if an answer comes up.
It's not really like a
EBZ's household.
It's really not like a hot sauce thing.
But it's not bad because I had it when I moved here and I actually like it though.
Spicy. That's
I
what
love
it is.
spicy food.
Exactly. And a lot of black people love spicy food, but I'm not. And probably because I have this thing called geographic tongue. Weird.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. But where are you from, EBZ?
New York.
What state, like, do I...
Well, I'd say consider myself because when I was 16 when I moved to North Carolina.
Okay, North Carolina. Where is Texas Pete made?
In North Carolina.
In North Carolina. So that tells a lot right now. Like Texas Pete is made in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
That's hilarious.
Did not know that. And they're probably culture vultures because why are you calling yourself Texas Pete and you made in North Carolina? You
Big
culture
fan.
vulture.
Big
But
fan.
anyway, see when I have fried chicken, that's when I want Frank's Red Hot.
Really?
Fried chicken, I love Frank's Red Hot. But Louisiana, I'll put that on like some potato chips.
I'll put that on everything.
Oh,
Potato chips,
put that.
you
Wait a
dip it
minute.
in.
Put that on everything. That reminds me of Usher Confessions. And he was like, "I'm in the studio. Let me call you back."
You put that on
Be
everything.
like, "What?" Put that on everything. Every time I was in LA, I was. But yeah, like if I'm eating a fish sandwich, I like some Louisiana hot sauce. Fried chicken, I want Frank's Red Hot though.
So you got both in here.
Not right now.
Okay.
Frank's Red Hot's a little bit more expensive. We just had a hurricane,
You gotta get
so
his new condiment.
do y'all put?
you
Wait a
right.
minute, hold on. Do y'all put hot sauce in the refrigerator?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
I don't. Do y'all put ketchup in the refrigerator?
Yeah.
So it's refrigerator
Nope.
after other.
I don't give a shit. I'm 30 and I ain't never put in the refrigerator and I'm still living. I'm still
amen.
strong. I'm
happy that
Antoine
you're still
Fisher.
with us.
But we know that labels and the government has lied to us about a lot of things.
You're right.
That is
let's
also
not
true.
Go into conspiracy theories today.
That is also true.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't put ketchup. Go ahead.
Side note, because why? Because they want you to throw out your food so that you go and buy more.
Oh shit. Burr, burr, burr.
You're welcome. That's why you have so many different expiration date types, right? Because you see expiration date versus best buy date versus sell by date. There's lots of different dates. All that shit, false. Smell your food, taste your food. Your taste buds are built to make sure that
Just
you don't eat no crazy
like
shit.
basically
Taste it.
she's explaining the same thing you do with vagina. You
Whoa,
smell
wait a
it.
minute.
Wow,
I know you gotta
okay.
even go there.
You gotta smell it, taste it a little bit.
But each vagina, we can talk about women's anatomy. Each vagina smells and tastes differently. I don't
That is
know
also
that it tastes
true.
differently. I've never tasted vagina. However, semicolon, however, comma, right? Grammatically correct. Each vagina will smell differently because each woman is different.
That is also true. They feel differently.
I don't have any context for that.
Well, I do.
No.
You stupid.
What did you say? Well, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Weird.
I'm with this nigga at the coffee table.
I'm on a different page than him, I guess.
You're outnumbered, dog. Bye. You are the weakest switch.
Oh, shit. But anyways, I don't put ketchup or hot sauce in the
You
refrigerator.
don't put ketchup on vagina.
I thought that's what you
That's what
said.
I thought he was
I don't put
doing.
hot
I'm
sauce
never-
on
hot sauce on
vagina.
vagina. I hope
Vagina in the
not, 'cause
refrigerator
she's asking
either.
for a yeast infection. Anybody
Well, that's like, I remember,
nasty.
you know what's funny? I remember being in middle school and I would spray cologne on my balls. That shit burned like a mother, boy.
The alcohol in that
Oh,
mug.
shit.
See, because
I thought I had to. I was like, shit, I'm saying my dick's gonna smell good. Let me put some cologne on this.
And you probably gave lots of women yeast or
didn't know
what's
that
the other
at the
thing?
I wasn't.
UTIs.
I wasn't fucking in middle school. Like I was not fucking. I was
thank
just.
God.
I was not fucking. I was just trying to like touch a girl's butt, and I was happy as hell.
You was playing slap ass.
Oh shit, boy! I was smacking a girl's ass or whatever. I remember being in the 8th grade and sitting in the back of language arts class. Miss Bennett, language arts. I remember her name's old white woman, boy. I tell you,
She had a
was
big booty?
sweet lady. She was thick, boy. She was thick as cold peanut butter. I tell you that, boy.
Peanut butter.
You put that in the refrigerator?
Cold peanut. Hell no, I don't put no peanut butter in the refrigerator. But you can't stir cold peanut butter, boy. It's thick as cold.
You wouldn't know. You don't put it in the refrigerator.
Now you know that.
Well, actually, in college, I would buy the peanut butter and jelly that came together, mixed in the same jar.
Is it good?
Well, when I was was it Goobers?
Goobers?
When I was a kid, I always wanted my mother to buy that.
Nasty.
It's
I
nasty.
did too.
I was like, Mom, I'm missing out. Tyler's mom buys it. Can you buy it for her?
Right, being lazy.
She's like, we sticking with this Jif and it's Welch's or
And
Smuckers.
little did you know,
It was the best.
And Smuckers was the best thing.
It was because when I got to college freshman year, I remember going and buying that little Goobers, the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar.
Nasty,
and then I'm like, do I put it in the refrigerator or what? Because there's jelly, but it's peanut butter. So I put it in the refrigerator. Then I try to make a sandwich. I'm tearing up the bread and shit. you couldn't spread.
Toast the bread.
You had to toast the bread. But I was a freshman. I ain't had no damn toaster in this dorm room. So I was trying to spread. I'm like, damn, this is tough. But I wasn't going to waste it. So I was going to make sure I ate that
used
shit.
every bit of it, didn't you?
You did.
So I was like, let me use a spoon instead.
And all the loaf of bread.
I used an entire loaf of bread. And I had the cheap Walmart brand bread. So, that shit tears easy. It wasn't Sara Lee. That shit don't tear that easily. But that Walmart brand, so I'm just tearing up bread. So, I do wheat, whole wheat.
Hey,
there we go.
Healthy lifestyle.
Is it?
Whole wheat is whole wheat. Multi-grain bread is the healthiest. Multi-grain is the healthiest. I got multi-grain in there now, but I'm talking about back then.
True.
He was a college student. He couldn't afford multigrain yet.
Nope.
I still can't.
I had the 88 cent. Well, I'd go ahead and spend it for that multi-grain.
Spend it.
I mean, it'd be $1.98.
Check.
But I shop at.
From where?
I get that from Walmart because Publix be expensive.
Publix.
And we ain't got no Kroger down here, and I miss Kroger.
I miss Kroger's.
Oh shit.
And Harris Teeter. Shout out to my North Carolina people.
What you say?
Harris Teeter, it's a Carolina
Harris
bullshit.
Teeter is that thing.
He said North Carolina bullshit.
Harris Teeter be having them BOGOs similar to Publix,
Harris
but in a
Teeter.
different way.
Publix, the only good time to buy shit from them is when they got BOGO, because Publix is the Publix.
Crackers be on BOGO. Amen. Come on, Rich.
I ain't bought a cracker in.
You don't eat Ritz?
The last cracker I had in here was my homeboy.
White chocolate? You talking about white chocolate?
It was white chocolate.
White chocolate. If you're listening, I just want
We love you.
I'm not condoning anything.
We were not participants in that thought.
And I'm not, because I love you and I care about you and I can't wait to see you on Monday.
Anyways, this Kroger, I miss Kroger a lot. Kroger gas, Kroger bread.
Kroger gas rewards.
The only thing better at Publix. The only thing better at Publix is the deli, cause the wings.
But also the produce is better.
Yes,
I like the produce better.
The produce at Publix is the Chick-fil-A of grocery stores.
It is.
The Chick-fil-A of grocery
stores.
Yep.
And if I could afford to buy everything at Publix, I would.
Winn-Dixie is the.
Get away from me.
Hold on.
I'm ignoring this thought.
It's the Piggly Wiggly of grocery stores.
It's the corner store. The corner store.
It's a bodega.
Winn-Dixie is the bodega of grocery stores. Like, who the fuck is Winn-Dixie think they are to be having the same price? Because Winn-Dixie be having the same prices as Publix. Like, who the fuck are you?
See, they play the game.
That's like me walking into a court thinking I'm LeBron James. Like, who the fuck?
I never heard a Winn-Dixie radio ad. Let's be clear.
They can't afford it.
Bruh. Winn-Dixie shut down back in Kentucky when that Kroger Plus card dropped. At Kroger,
there's a Kroger Plus card?
Yeah.
You never heard of Kroger Plus card?
What is this?
Like, if something may be $4, but you scan that Kroger Plus card and it goes down to $1.98.
I had that when I was in Tennessee. It was great.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Kroger Plus. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Publix.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute. There's a Publix Plus card?
I
She said y'all was letting me struggle.
Y'all was letting me struggle.
Why am I spending $45 when I can spend $19?
Exactly. Because when you go to Publix, they be like, everything, you don't need a card for anything.
Right.
You automatically get the prices.
Lies.
And I still enter my phone number for everything.
Man, but that customer service at Publix, though, be lit, though.
Sometimes, because sometimes they be trying me.
See, you can't go to where any college students shop at Publix, because that shit be... I'm trying to pour liquor in the mic like Lil Wayne be doing his little lighter spark in the mic. Hold on. All right, everybody be quiet. Hopefully that comes up.
Bro, you should start. You should cut that.
That's how I should start.
Play it at the beginning.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all heard that the liquor, so I can be like Lil Wayne lighting his I said flashlight. I mean lighter.
I just want to make sure the people hear that I will sue if I don't get my 10%. When the money
10% is a lot.
That's a lot. That's like management. Are you gonna grow it?
But you wouldn't have had it.
I mean, an intro isn't worth 10%. That's more of a one-time payment. That's a one-time payment.
I want my 10%.
Anyways,
I want royalties. Thanks.
Anyways, that was a good Chris Brown album, Royalty, actually. But
It was.
anyways, so I want to talk about blessings.